Hey guys, welcome to the Grind and Glorify podcast. My name is Christian Brown. This is the podcast that forges the next generation of men into Christ-centered leaders. And I'm super excited to talk about the topic we have today, which is brotherhood. It is the foundation of our ministry here at Grind and Glorify. And I just want to simply start off with this. Most men seek out brotherhood, desire brotherhood until it becomes uncomfortable, until it becomes out of the way, until it becomes difficult to seek. This is the thing. Brotherhood isn't just a buzzword, but it's a battle tested loyalty. I will just be honest with you. I have a brotherhood. I have about 6 men who I call brothers, who I know I can go to in a moment and pray for me and lift me up and humble me and hold me accountable. And without those men, the last 7 or 8 years, I would not be where I'm at today. I know for a fact that brotherhood has made me the godly man that I am today. That brotherhood, the accountability, the commitment, and the love that they showed towards me, and I was able to show towards them, has made all of us better men because we had that brotherhood. And this is the thing. You don't find brotherhood on accident. It's intentional. You have to forge it through adversity, forge it through vulnerability, accountability, and a shared mission, right? Because the world's going to tell you that being a lone wolf, being an alpha male is the move. That's what you should do. You should go take on the world by yourself because you're strong by yourself. Newsflash, man, you're not strong isolated. You're not strong on an island. I was just talking about this in my men's small group last night. There's a lot of men out there looking for brotherhood, looking for community, looking for a small group where they can grow and just be poured into, but they don't want to take the steps. They keep putting themselves on islands. And then a lot of times it's too late, or a lot of times they've been on the island so long, they just get so comfortable with being on it. And it's all about just bringing you men back to the fold, bringing you back into the community, bringing you back into the brotherhood so that we can love you, so we can be vulnerable with you, so we can hold each other accountable and just fight the good fight together. Because again, lone wolves don't last long in the kingdom. You're not going to last long in the world. Think of it like this as well. The devil is a lion prowling for its next meal. And lions, like in those nature documentaries, always are seeking after the weak gazelle, the last hyena, and it wants to pounce on that. So if you have a herd, or if you have a brotherhood, a battle squad, if you have brothers who are with you, you will never be alone, and you will never be the one being picked off. The devil will be the one being afraid. So as we continue, let's be honest. Most men, you're alone, like we talked about. The world has just lied to you to be the lone wolf, to be the alpha dog, to be alone. And even you're surrounded by people, but you're so isolated. We all have followers. You have followers on Instagram, TikTok, whatever it may be on social media, but you don't have any brothers. You don't have anybody to go to in those moments of weakness, go in those moments where you need help, prayer, love, accountability. You don't have anybody, but man, you can go on TikTok, you can go to social media and find thousands of people who are going to just give you a thumbs up, which means nothing when it comes to that brotherhood and that accountability and that love. Next thing is you have connections, but you have no community. You have, again, those friends, those people who know people. Like I know this person, that person, but that's not community. You need to have people around you who are your nucleus, who are your core, who are going to go to bat to do, pray for you, pick you up when you're down, and you are able to pick them up when they're down. And a lot of that just means also you have conversations with people, but you don't confess. There's no confession. There's no accountability. You're just going through the motions, having a, hey, how are you? Oh, I'm fine. Like, how many times do you get asked, hey, how are you doing? I'm fine. A lot of times when I'm talking to men in my group, I don't want to know you're fine. I want to know how you are so I can be praying for you, so I can fight the fight with you, so I can come alongside and live life with you. I want to know how you are. And God, I pray that you find men in your life who want to sincerely know how you are so they can be pouring into you and diving deep into your life. Not because they get anything out of it, but because God gets all the glory and you get a brother for life. And why all this is because brotherhood requires two. This is so difficult for people because brotherhood is so difficult for men because brotherhood requires two things: honesty and commitment. A lot of times we can't even be honest with ourselves, and we fail at commitment to ourselves as well. You'd rather look strong than be strong. You'd rather look strong then go through the battles and trials that actually make you strong. You want show muscle, not actual work muscle. And then also, you would rather hide your wounds and your faults and your struggles than just heal from them as you come in community with your brothers. You'd rather lie, oh, I'm fine, oh, I'm good, but you're not. I know you're not. I've been there. I'm still there sometimes. We go through it, man. It's difficult. Life sucks sometimes. Embrace the suck. But at the end of the day, you have to pull yourself up. You have to heal. If you don't, you will continually be burdened and weighed down. So you'd rather lie to yourself and say you're strong. And then on top of that, you'd rather not even come up for air and continue to be wallowing in your pain. And the thing is, isolation kills what accountability could have healed. Because whenever you're going through battles, a lot of things the world tells you about accountability is that it's judgment. Accountability is us coming after you saying, oh, you sin, you're a sinner, you suck, do better next time. When really it is like, maybe you're looking at, I had a guy literally reach out and he was like, man, I'm struggling with porn. Like, I really don't know how to do it. And I was able just to pray for him and pour into his life and really be like, hey, man, like, do these things and hopefully it helps you. And he went 2 weeks without porn, but he fell. And he came back to me and was like, man, I just don't know. And I was able just to pray for him again and continue that fight. There was no judgment. It was simple accountability, love, fears, and just compassion because we're all going through these fights together. And this is the thing. If he was isolated, he would still be having the same battles. He would have no growth. And I just pray, thank you, Lord, for making this channel and making these things happen because only he gets the glory through that because we're able to build a brotherhood and bring people in and be there and fight the good fights with them. This is the thing though. If you actually give into your vulnerability, if you actually want accountability and you want to seek God and become a Christ-centered leader, true brotherhood changes everything. Like I said, I had men in my life for a couple years now, for almost going on 8 years, and these men have been through everything with me. I sincerely just feel like the problem child a lot of the times, and I feel like I just come to them like I'm having an issue, I'm having a problem, and I kind of wish I just stopped having issues. But life's difficult at times, and a lot of times they call me difficult. But the biggest thing is just when brotherhood happens, when you have true brotherhood, you're able to lay your burdens at their feet and allow them to pray for you, allow them to strengthen you, allow them to help you walk through the mud because suffering just feels like you're just stuck in mud sometimes. But man, if you have a brother that lifts you up and is able just to take steps with you, praise be to glory for that. Because when you surround yourself with godly men who pray with you and challenge you and fight beside you, you become unstoppable. So the sharpest swords require the most heat and the hardest of beatings for them to become the most sharp and the most deadliest weapons. So if you want to truly be a weapon for the Lord, if you truly want to be a sharp sword, if you truly want to be battle tested and a warrior for God, you have to go through the fires. You have to be beaten down. You have to be broken, all so that you may be cured and that you may be sharpened, all for the glory of God, that you may be a battle tested brother and that you can pour into other people's life. But it all starts with that vulnerability piece and being built up and being forged into a Christ and a leader. It's because when men sharpen each other, families get stronger, churches get healthier, and the kingdom starts to advance. You've heard that from time to time. Iron sharpens iron, as brother sharpens brother, right? Like we're encouraging each other, we're growing each other, and we're really pouring into one another. And also, like, I kind of have these equations and these things that I started doing just to really not simplify, but simplify this. And the brotherhood equation, I'm going to call it, is just brotherhood equals connection, correction, and commitment. So connection. So like to build a real brotherhood, you have to be connected. You have to build real relationships built on faith and love and not just convenience. It's not always going to be convenient to talk to your brother. It's not always going to be convenient to go out of your way to meet them, to talk to them. But let me tell you, if you're intentional with your time and you start building those relationships up, that connection's going to flourish and it's going to allow those men and you to start. Number two, correcting each other. So first point was connection. Second point, correction. Connection, just truth spoken in love, no mask, no ego. You're going to speak into each other's life in love because you want to see that brother grow closer to God and glorify him in everything that he does. So we're going to, see some things that other people don't see in each other's lives, and we're able to point that out and say, man, I really see this being a problem in your life, or maybe an issue that could really be bigger if you don't handle it now. And you start talking to each other's life, and that means praying for each other, showing up for each other, just being present for one another. Correction is truth spoken in love. And thirdly is commitment. Commitment is just loyalty through the highs, lows, and the battles. We're going to be committed to one another. We're going to show commitment to one another. We're going to be there in the highs, in the lows, and in the battles. We're going to be there at all times, no matter what. And we're going to lean in, especially when it's tough, especially when it hurts, especially when it's difficult, and especially when it's not convenient, because our brothers deserve that. And this is the thing. If you remove one of these things, the brotherhood crumbles. If you have connection without correction, then you're just in comfort. You're just going through the motions, having a couple guys, talking, throwing some beers around, not really getting deep into that relationship. And if you have correction without commitment, then it's just criticism. It's just his judgment. If you're correcting people, but they're not committed to you, you're not committed to them. It just seems like, hey, that person's just judging me and telling me all the things I'm doing wrong, but there's no connection and there's no commitment. And then if you have commitment without connection, it's just control. And people are just telling you what you should be doing and telling you how you do it. They're just trying to control you because there's no relationship there. So I just want to encourage you, build connection, start correcting, and then be committed to one another. And the problem is most men hear that and they're like, yeah, what's the cost of you not doing that? If you stay isolated, you're going to keep fighting the same battles alone in silence because you haven't spoke up for any help, any prayer, and then you're going to keep losing like you always have. You're losing. You're losing battles, and you're thinking, God, send me people. These are people. This is Grind and Glorify. We are here to pray for you. We're here to build a community with you. We're here to build a brotherhood because we love you. We love you guys, and we want to be there for you. But if you stay isolated, you will continually fight alone in silence, and you're going to fall into the same temptations time and time again, wondering, woe is me, and not making any corrections. You're doing the whole sorry, God, but you're not repenting. You're not going towards community. You're staying on your island and just thinking, God, send me a boat and save me. And he sent you 27 boats and you're just like, oh, I'll get on the next one. Not the case. Get in community now so you don't continually be tempted in the same ways. And if you stay isolated, you're going to become a man surrounded by people and not known by a single one. You're going to have all these friends. You're going to have all these brothers in it. But if you stay isolated, not only physically, but spiritually, man, you're going to be all alone and no one's going to truly know you. No one's going to truly know where you're at, know where your heart's at, know where your mind's at. If you're not pouring that out, if you're not being vulnerable, if you're not making those connections, and making those corrections and those commitments to those guys. Because this is the thing, the enemy's first move is isolation. His goal isn't to scare you. His goal is to separate you from everybody else. He doesn't want you around a brotherhood. He doesn't want you around a wife. He doesn't want you around a family. He doesn't want you around a church. He wants you on the island alone. Because if he can get you alone, easy to kill you off, easy to keep you away from God, easy to keep you from opening your Bible, easy to keep you away from the brotherhood if you're just alone. So the biggest thing and the first thing that the devil does is isolate us, take us away, and keep us one-on-one with him because that's the most control he can have. So remember, brotherhood is God's defense system for men. You lose that, you lose all your strength. But if you have that, you're unstoppable. So my call to you is just stop fighting alone. Stop pretending you're fine. Stop isolating yourself because you need brotherhood and you need sharpening and you just simply need love and presence. What you need is the connection, the correction, and the commitment. So tonight, I want to encourage you, step in, speak up, and lock shields and swords with a brother next to you. Say, hey, I'm leaning in today. I want to give my life to Christ. I want to show God what it means to be a godly man. I want to just be that for another brother, whatever that may look like in your life. But speak up with your problems. Speak up with what you have. And I just pray that whenever you speak up, that you'll seek out another brother, me, anybody else, just that we can pray for you, that we can come alongside you, and that we can just encourage you through your battles. And you are not fighting these fight alone. You're not fighting any battle alone. I'm here for you. God's here for you, and I can get you connected with a lot of other brothers out in the world who will be able to pray with you and come alongside you as we build up this brotherhood at Grind to Glorify. So I just want to encourage you to just be the kind of brother you wish you've had. Because this is it. Be the kind of brother you wish you had. Because when men build together, man, hell trembles, right? Like I said, I'd much rather go to hell with a water gun with my brother's locked on, because I guarantee you there's victory in that. Jesus already won it all. He already paid it all. And we're just fighting battles, because guess what? God's already won the war. So this is a brotherhood. This is the forge. And this is how we win. We're not going to be isolated. We're going to be connected, and we're going to love and grow together as brothers. The biggest points here. So the last little thing is, so you say you want to grow, stop hiding. You say you want to lead, then get around men who are going to sharpen you into a Christ-centered leader. Brotherhood is not optional. It's essential to your daily walk. I can't wait to see you next time on Grind to Glorify. Amen. Do 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 do.